sidelines. We'll check in with her shortly. Temple about to kick it off and get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Benson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Cadets offense will have the football first. Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need him.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock. But it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job at assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The Black Knights can really attack on this 2nd and short. Pulls it on the option. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
He'll keep it again on the option. There's a crease. They get him corralled, but not before. They had their eyes going everywhere trying to keep up with this option attack. Ready, go! Right back to the well. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Throws toward the end zone. Got it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. And the Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Black Knights! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Owls offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And here comes the junior quarterback to get things into gear. He's coming off a tough day in which he threw a couple of interceptions and only 1 touchdown pass. Off-play action on 1st down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on 2nd down from the 15. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Clark. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Gets it out fast. so important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. They're going to run it to the right. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on 2nd down, no problem for them.
They're going to ride this running back. Got enough for the first. Here's a little room there. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Owls kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Running the red zone. It's Smith. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running inside. It's Smith. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare from that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Coming out with it, it's Benson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Motion from the wide receiver. A run for the quarterback. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Makes a man miss. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. On the move at the 30. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Anderson. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Black Knights have this offense rolling. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Anderson. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Army! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Yards after catch. That's what this guy gives you. That was a simple slant pass. He caught it, made guys miss, showed you the speed, and it was pay dirt from there. What can you say about this guy's athleticism, man? He is such a weapon.
Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Wants to fire on second down. Caught by Smith. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. That last connection just a hair short of the first down, but it opens an array of opportunities on 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Fires to the right. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. And the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1. And the Owls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The run inside. It's Smith. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. The give is to Smith. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Hardy. Turning it on. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. Temple will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They'll move the tight end. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. They go to the draw, and he breaks the play. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the middle. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Black Knights offense will go to work. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really, I think for them, it's...
There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. At the 45 on his way. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running inside. It's Howard. Whistles as we have a man down on the field. We'll check on his status, but at the moment, we'll take a timeout. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. 3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Tight end now in motion. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his man. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Black Knights, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The option, the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away.
Caught, and he's got room. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Black Knights go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Keeps it on the option. He's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Black Knights!
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option the normal way with a running back, the defense knows how to play it. But how about this? The receiver out wide, now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So an 82-yard drive there. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Trying to start the drive with a pass. That's reeled in. It's Hardy. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit down, sir."
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Temple hoping to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Clark. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Motion from the back. Wide receiver going in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Black Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to scramble. He's going to run it. And he gets down on the slide, and that's not the only thing down. There's a penalty marker on the field. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Goes to the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense there. Offense trying to go option, QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating blocks, and getting the tackle for loss.
Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man on the outside. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And the Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Army! Excellent pass by the back on the option. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Hope the kicker is okay there. He's in a defenseless and vulnerable position, and you have to protect him. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. He'll start this drive firing. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And wings it incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Finds the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. On the option. Right, the option, he keeps it. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his 1st incompletion of the game.
He stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. Oh, the attempt is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, the lead's still at 15. They'll get this drive started from the 29. The run inside. It's Mason.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense.
Snags it, and there's running room. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Out of the backfield, he's open. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And and they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. So the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He's looking to pass. Complete. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the LSU Tigers.
On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's a bit of a gut punch if you're the offense, because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Sends it back in motion. They want to run this quarterback. Maybe a crease. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Black Knights! And the route is on.
And it started with their offense. They put them in a bind, man. They're already trailing, needed a good possession here in this third quarter to cut into the lead. What do? They turn the football over, short side of the field. Their defense doesn't hold, and this game is getting out of hand.
36, Temple, 14.
And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Clark. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Owls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They're going back to the ground. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
We'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Chase. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. To the air on 1st down. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Mason. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Army! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
14.
And he takes this from inside the 5.
Returner brings it out to the 22. And your Temple Owls will take
The Temple offense heads out to start this drive. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree.
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has him across the 50. Maybe some room here. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Got his man. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
And he tacks on the extra point. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Quickly to the tight end. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Quarterback Keith into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting them down on the ground.
The Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. On his way back from the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, its sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they are here, David, they've got to be able to put something together, score some points, and build confidence.
Yeah, it's not panic time, but you do want to build that confidence and find something that you can do well to start to build on. I think
might have a chance. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. Off the play fake. The short hands, it's Chase. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that third and short.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. He's got it, first down and more. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Owls, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Running inside, it's Mason.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll go right back to him. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
The Owls back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Snags it, and he's open. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun, the inside give. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They played keep away with the football, but if this defense can make one more stop on 3rd and goal, they might force a field goal attempt. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Owls! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Here in the second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Calls his own number. He's going to lose a yard on that one. It'll be 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. Give to the fullback. Makes it past the marker. Finding some room. Busts through behind his pad. Inside the 30. The 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights. How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. Using the quick game. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start this drive going to the air. Blasted as he lets it go. Pulls it in. It's Hardy. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mason. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the break, and Army has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Here's a heat. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, going to the air. Fires to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Hand off to the fullback. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. Pulls it on the option. Could be an alley. Touchdown, Army! And the pummeling has started. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Number 46, set to kick off.
On the run from inside his own 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Trying to take it back. And he's out of bounds right at the 15.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
Trying play action. Complete. Turning it on. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback will keep it. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. And the Black Knights come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. They'll send the back in motion. Bring in the heat. He's got his man. Makes the grab. Outstanding tackle to keep him from getting the 1st down, and they'll get it back.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
You know, I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Rides to the back. And he's not going to get the 1st down. Good stop there.
Man, those hurt for a defense because you...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Looking for a push on 4th down. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Gotta love the physicality on 4th down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the 1st down.
Pressure coming. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The run inside. It's Mason. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Got him downfield. There he goes. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
How about that now? A couple of times on this drive, we've seen this offense convert on fourth down. They're getting the big plays when they need them the most.
Finds a little space, and he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. Change our set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Mason. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Handoff from the gun. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. From the gun on 3rd down. Zings it complete to the right. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Temple will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Big fella moving. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. 3rd and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. Wide receiver comes in motion. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. Stop! Nothing! Denied right in his tracks, and it's 4th down for this defense. With a deficit like this, unless you just want to get your field goal kicker some work, you might as well go for it and try to get a touchdown. Touchdown, Owls! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Army sends its offense onto the field to start the drive. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they're able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and...
Makes the grab in their space. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The Black Knights peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Motion from the back. The running back takes his track off right tackle here.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. This one was a